All right, so on page 125, we're continuing to solve logarithmic equations. Okay, so first step, you're going to take the left side and condense it. So we have to condense that. So we're going to do 60 divided by 4 because subtraction is division. Then after that, we are actually going to divide 16 and 4 and get 15. And now that it's ln of 15 and ln of x squared plus 2x, that means I can take e to the power of both sides. So whatever I do to the left, I do to the right, which means the natural logs will cancel. Then you get 15 is equal to x squared plus 2x. Bring the 15 to the right side. That means it will become negative. We're looking for two numbers that add up to 2 but multiply to negative 15. That means it's positive 5 and negative 3. And then using the zero product property, you solve them. So negative 5 and positive 3 as your final. Remember to always double check your work. If I plug in a negative 5, will everything come out okay? And if I plug in a 3, will everything come out okay? And by okay, I mean, will you be able to take the log of whatever value you get? You can take the log of a positive number, but you cannot take the log of a negative number. But both of these work. I check for you. But the rest you're going to have to check for extraneous solutions. Okay, so for number 16, we have to condense again. Addition means multiplication, so I'm going to write it as ln 8 times the quantity n minus 9. And then on this side, coefficient was secretly an exponent, so it's going to be natural log of 2 to the 5th power. Then I can take this side and just distribute the 8. And on the other side, I can do 2 to the 5th power, which is actually 32. Then to get rid of the natural log, I can do e to the power of both sides. And the e will cancel with the natural log. So then you'll get 8n minus 72 is equal to 32. Add 72 on both sides and you get, and then divide 104 with 8. And you'll exactly get 13. Make sure to always double check your work. But I already did and it works. And that's how you do 16. Alright, to 17. So 17, I'm going to rewrite it right here, just so you can see what I'm about to do on both sides. So on both sides, I'm going to do e to the power of, and e to the power of whatever I already had. These two will cancel. Then you get 4w plus 9 is e to the 5th power. E to the 5th power is going to be a very ugly decimal, because remember that e itself is 2.7128 ... So then all I'm going to do is I'm going to leave it as e to the 5th power and evaluate it at the very end. So that's what I get so far. And then to get w by itself, I'm going to divide by 4. So in the calculator, make sure you do this very carefully. First, you're going to do e to the 5th power by itself. Then subtract 9. Then take that quantity and divide by 4. And you should get 34.853. And that's your answer. I checked for you. Okay, on to number 18. So number 18, we only have to condense one time. Subtraction means division. And then we're going to do e to the power of both sides. We do that to get rid of the natural log. Then we get k over 14 is equal to e to the 2nd power, which is definitely an ugly decimal. And then we do the opposite of dividing 14, which is multiplying. And if you do that very carefully on the calculator, you should get 103.45. Okay, so now number 19. Okay, number 19 looks difficult, but it's actually pretty easy. E to the x equals 21. Remember, the opposite of e to the x is natural log, so you would take the natural log of both sides. X would be by itself, so you only have ln of 21 to actually evaluate. And if you evaluate it, you get 3.0445. Make sure to always double check your work, but I did already. Okay, number 20. Okay, so number 20 is a little more difficult. But first, you're going to take that 14 and get it out of the way. And if you do that, you're going to get a negative 20. Then divide both sides by negative 2. And you get e to the c equals 10. In fact, I'm going to write my 10 over here because I'm going to sneak in natural log of both sides to get c by itself. C equals natural log of 10, and natural log of 10 is approximately 2.3026. And that's how you do number 20. Alright, number 21. Okay, so for 21, you're going to have to add 27 on both sides. If you do that, you will get 81. Then, since the e is there and I know I want to get rid of it, I'm going to do natural log of both sides. What's going to stay on the left side is y minus 1, and on the right side is just ln of 81. You're going to add 1, but you're not adding 1 to the 81. You're just going to add it to the whatever natural log of 81 is. And then if you do that, you should get approximately 5.3944. Okay, and make sure you double check your answer. And now 22 is going to be part of your little quiz. 24 is also going to be part of your quiz. And the last one we're going to do is 23. Okay, for 23, I'm going to subtract 2 on both sides. Then I'm going to do the opposite of e to the power of anything by taking natural log. Natural log and e will cancel. 5 minus 2p equals ln of 2. Natural log of 2 is definitely a decimal, but that's fine. We can evaluate that later. So negative 2p equals ln of 2 minus 5. And remember, ln of 2 is its own quantity. And then you're going to divide every single thing by negative 2. So in case you're confused, that means ln of 2 divided by negative 2. And also, we're going to do negative 5 divided by negative 2. But if that's confusing, this is what I do. I usually do just the numerator and then divide by the denominator. And if you do that, you should get 2.1534.